Alright, so the year is 1985. In the quiet Armenian village of Arinj, a 44-year-old builder named Levon is minding his own business when one day his wife, Tasya, comes to him with the most dangerously mundane quest in human history. "Honey," she says, "can you dig us a potato cellar?" A potato cellar. Simple. Practical. Levon, being a builder by trade and a good husband, thinks easy job, in and out, I'll be done by dinner time. He grabs a shovel and heads down to the basement. He breaks ground. The soil gives way, but then, about half a meter down, he hits something hard. It wasn't a big rock. It was the bedrock, solid, unforgiving basalt bedrock. Well, that's that then. Project's over, you're probably thinking. But not Levon, you see. Levon took this geological challenge as a divine invitation. This obstacle wasn't a stop sign, it was the starting line. So he went for his hammer and chisel and got to work on the basalt. As of that day, his new work-life balance was mostly work, because the man started spending 17 hours a day underground in a super slow-motion battle with the Earth's crust. As the hole grew bigger than a potato cellar, and then some, his wife and daughters would plead him, but it was impossible to stop him. He'd always respond, "Either help me dig or stay out of my way." Pretty soon, the neighbors started noticing that Levon was spending more time with rocks than with people, and understandably concluded that he'd gone completely mad. "But not to worry," assured them Levon, "I can explain." He claimed he wasn't working alone, you see. He was working with God. He said he was feeling an unnatural strength from where he did not know, but a strength that allowed him to keep going. A mysterious inner voice in his dreams telling him to just keep digging. He dug for 10 years until he reached the much softer tufa stone, and from then work progressed faster. As news spread beyond the village, people showed up with drills and jackhammers and offered to help Levon finish this project, but Levon would refuse, insisting the work be done by hand. And every time he'd repeat, "Either grab a chisel or stay out of my way." His family, seeing a steady stream of tourists now trumping through their yard, asked Levon to at least charge a small admission per person to see the subterranean wonder. Levon naturally refused that too. Still he'd repeat, "Either grab a chisel or stay out of my way." And so he dug. For 23 years, Levon single-handedly removed an estimated 600 truckloads of debris from under his house, using only handheld buckets. Some of the stones were used to decorate the exterior of their house, including a mural for his wife in their yard. He wore out more than 20 sets of tools. The potato cellar was now slightly more elaborate than originally planned. It was now a subterranean complex, 21 meters or about 70 feet deep. A narrow staircase of 80 hand-carved steps lead into the earth. Down there, it's not a pit. It's a labyrinth of multiple levels with distinct chambers all connected by twisting corridors. There are round halls with arched alcoves carved into the walls. There are rooms supported by Romanesque-style pillars chipped from the living rock. He'd carved niches for candles, a column that looked vaguely Greek, and even an altar for prayer. Because if you're going to over-engineer a potato hole, you might as well give it some flair. Levon kept working in the cave until the day he passed away in 2008 at the age of 67. His wife Tasya, having inherited a procedurally generated dungeon instead of a potato cellar, did what any reasonable person would do. She opened it to the public. Today, visitors can go to the modest house in the village of Arinj in Armenia, pay a small fee, and go downstairs on a guided tour offered by Levon's family. You can descend into his life's work and even see the hand-worn tools of a man who was asked to dig a potato hole but just couldn't stop.